Shit. What's up, you? What's up, MGTOW? You already know, man. I'm back. Just doing my little thing, man. It's Friday, going in for the week for the boys and girls, whoever listening to this shit that might hate on it. But for those of y'all who been tuning in and listening to the shit or looking at the shit that's been going on when it comes to these said females. And the reason why I titled this video is because, first of all, thank you, Zaza. Thank you, Zaza Ali, on proving one of my points on how these females will just follow anything that they will, where it sounds good, and they emotionally attach themselves to whatever it is that they're listening to, or whatever it is that they put attention towards, and it sounds good to them, and they don't fact check it. They don't look at what they don't look at the person that is delivering the message themselves and their background and what they really stand for in X, Y, and Z. And Zaza Ali just brought out in my opinion, the stupidity of her followers. Because what I told y'all and the people who watched a video of mine that I did in on my channel, it's called Living in a Failed Black Community. I talked about how the conscious community, quote unquote, is filled with nothing but scammers, especially on YouTube, especially on this same platform. Never mind all the noise. It's raining and doing this shit in an old car and shit like that. But yeah, like, I'm on private land, baby. So it ain't nothing to me. But yeah, like it's just so interesting. It's just so interesting to see that shit happens, because number one, man, like Professor Griff, I've been had a feeling that eventually this was gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? It was eventually going to happen, I guess, in layman's terms. But it was eventually going to come to light that, she been scamming motherfuckers. But this video ain't about Zaza. This video is about the fact that you got a bunch of delusional women behind her, following her, instead of looking at her logically and looking at, again, like I said earlier, her mission statement and what it is that she is, quote unquote, really trying to do for the said community. Because I watched a couple of videos where she was on it, man. She was eloquent as fuck, and there was a good thing that I was agreeing with her with. Like, number one, the video where she came out literally just chastising y'all black women, rightfully so, about Gabby Douglas, where it was black women going in about Gabby Douglas and her hair and shit like that. Never mind the fact that she won gold medals and shit in the Olympics, gymnastics and shit like that. But yeah, Zaza Ali went on y'all black women, rightfully so, about that shit. And but overall, the fact that matters, the main point of what I'm trying to get is that you see how these type of black women will easily follow something that emotionally appeals to them. I mean, it appeals to them on an emotional level, instead of them actually looking at it on an intellectual level and looking on both sides of the fence about it. And what I'm saying is, okay, she sounds like everything that oh shit, excuse me. She sounds like everything that sounds appealing to me. They just eat it up type shit. excuse me, they eat it up and whatever. So those type of females, they easily eat up the rhetoric and, you know, the talking points that Zaza speak out and stuff, and they you know, they just end up running with it, end up supporting her and stuff like that, and then they don't even know the real purpose, and they don't look at to the main cause of whatever it is that she's trying to raise money for, and whatever it is that she's trying to get donations for, and X, Y, and Z. So Professor Griff broke up, you know, like they stopped doing shit together because he realized, you know, they wasn't on the same page. You know, there was other people that was being iffy when it came to the business tactics or whatever like that. Was all I'm saying is, for the most part, is this right here lets me know personally how easily manipulative black women themselves can be when they hear some shit that sounds appealing to them, and they just go along and run with it, and they just leave everything at the door, and they don't even, you know, do their own research about what it is that they're running with overall. So it's gonna be a short video. All I can say is thank you, Zaza Ali, for again proving men's point, proving the brothers in MGTOW, proving their point when it comes to your, well, number one, your followers. I'm pretty sure majority of them didn't know that you was a scammer. Even though the aware, because I ain't gonna say woke, because that's such a mainstream, and that's such a, you know, it's one of those bullshit quotes saying that, oh, you woke, they woke. No, none of this. I'm gonna say aware, because we are aware of your bullshit. So for the was soaking up all that shit that Zaza Lee was spouting out to y'all followers, and y'all soaked it up like SpongeBob and shit like that. Well, this right here was, yo, taste the reality. That all that shit was an illusion. It was a farce. She's just an example of how most of these people, these so-called conscious brothers and sisters in the so-called quote-unquote conscious community, maneuver like that. That's how they maneuver. Majority of them are scammers. And this is what people like me and people who make videos who notice the shit also points out. And been telling people that they're just in it for, you know, making pay. But, and to the people who are in this, and it's not shitting on everybody in the conscious community that's making it, you know, legally, paying their taxes to it, and they're making their money legitly, but at the same time spreading their message, their word. This not shitting on them. You know, this is not shitting on the people who actually have a business and who actually have a legit, stable organization that they are utilizing to spread the message, but at the same time make money on, you know, on the back end, so that way they can continue to build their foundation without getting over on the people, besides the scammers. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they're feeding them. They're feeding their followers legit information or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still legit business practice. You know? To those people, to the ones who fit in that category. But to the other motherfuckers who scamming their asses off, no, I don't apply to y'all, man. You want to say that you down for black people, but yet you just literally ripping their money out their pockets and just telling them what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though that's what majority of that shit comes down to, it's just them telling them what they want to hear. Because the real shit, the truth over here at number one, the MGTOW group, and number two, the red, like just the overall reality of what we live in within itself. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to hear that shit. Y'all don't want to hear that bullshit, man. Y'all don't want to hear that the conscious community is nothing but bullshit scammers. Y'all don't want to hear that Louis Farrakhan is the reason why Malcolm X is dead. Y'all don't want to hear none of that shit, man. Y'all just want to hear what makes y'all, what sounds good in y'all ears, and y'all just want to hear what, you know, y'all can emotionally attach yourselves to, instead of actually going to do your research on the perk and the message and the message itself. Right? That's why y'all getting scammed by sisters like Zaza, getting over on y'all black women. Getting over on y'all bitch. So, for y'all black women, just think about how she thinks about y'all. Just think about that shit. Out of all those motherfucking videos that she talked about uplifting black women and shit like that, just think about how she really thinks about y'all. Y'all are just a walking dollar sign to her. Over, like, and she's just using y'all as a way. Oh shit, my fault. But y'all are just literally a walking dollar sign to it, like, to her, man, to be honest. And she just looks at y'all as, what's the most strategic way that I can get the resources and get the little bit of money that I know y'all black women don't have out of y'all? Huh? What's the best way I can do that shit? By number one, telling y'all what y'all want to hear in a more dynamic way. You know, in a way that sounds more visual, and, you know, it can tap into your imaginary, you know, like, it can make it like, it can make you daydream type shit. Thus, further manipulating y'all goddamn psyche to make y'all put yourselves on a higher than life pedestal, to where y'all up here running around talking about how y'all all queens now. How many queens can there be, dude? I already made a video about that shit. But Zaza Ali inflated y'all ego to the goddamn exospheres and outer fucking space. Y'all ego is way bigger than what y'all really are. Larger than life. I'm about to wrap the video up because it's starting to rain harder. But all I can say is thank you. Thank you, Zaza, because this right here should let black women know how stupid they should fucking feel. How stupid they should fucking feel. Or the fact that they was following all this bullshit that she was saying. Meanwhile, she was getting over on all of y'all. Illegitimately. Right? And I'm pretty sure a good bit of y'all was way darker than she was. She passed the brown paper bag test by flying fucking colors. So she like, oh, of course I'm gonna get over y'all, bitch. She ain't even black. She ain't even fucking black. But, man, yeah, man, on another note, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna see y'all MGTOW bros later, man. Y'all have a safe weekend, bro. Peace. Oh, my goodness, dude.